Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope you had a good one. Hope you had a nice one. Hope you had a great one. Hope something happened. Today, it's gonna be a little video about the GOMY Awards. What are the GOMY Awards, you say? Well, there's the Game of the Year Awards, the GOTY Awards, if you will. And they talk about the games that came out this year and whether they're good or bad, or the best. And so I thought I would do that, because I like wrap-up videos. I like looking back at the year and being like, oh, wow. But I didn't play, I think, any of the new games, except for Lethal Company and Pizza Tower for like 10 minutes at a friend's house. So instead of doing Game of the Year, I'm gonna do Game of My Year. The Game of My Year is defined as the game that I played this year that I like the most. It involves any game from any era. Could be this year, could be the last year, could be the past, could be the present, and that's the Game of My Year awards. But there are more than just one Game of My Year. I played multiple games. Some would say many. So I'm going to talk about the categories for the winners of the categories of the Game of My Year awards, the GOMY Awards show. And with that, let's start this show. Okay, the first GOMY Award is the I Guess Sometimes Video Games Do Cause Beauty Award. This is an award for games that, despite my preference for low poly, low res games from the past, sometimes new graphics do be good, and they actually are very nice and lovely, with the sun shining and the shadows and the bloom, and sometimes, you know, they just did a good job. They just did a really good job making a nice looking fucking game, and it's nice to be there. Thanks a lot. So here's a winner for that award, the I Guess Sometimes Video Games Do Cause Beauty Award. And the winner is Submerged Hidden Depths. And I should probably have the year it came out, so you can see how not like the Game Awards this is. Submerged. Give it up for Submerged Hidden Depths. It came out in the 3rd of December in 2020, so that's 3 whole years ago. And it's a game where you're on a boat, and you're driving a little boat, with your brother, and you're trying to get to that dang orb and put it in the place where it should be. It's a post-apocalypse sort of vibe. There's like super submerged ancient cities of, like just a normal city, but it's underwater. It feels like Left 4 Dead, but Wind Waker. So if you like those things, maybe you'll like this. It's quite a short game. It's a small, just walking around. And you know what? It's just great, because there's no enemies, there's no challenges. Well, there's challenges in terms of puzzle solving, but it's pretty much as close as you can get to a walking simulator without being entirely just walking. There's platforming and stuff, but it's really just a case of figuring out how to grab the right thing. You can't fall off, you can't die, you can't get hit by an enemy. It's just an exploration game where you go around this really beautiful place with this really lovely sound design and music, and these mute characters who have emotions and they have eyebrows. And you learn about the lore of the land, the history of these kids, and the future, or whatever. It's great! I really liked shooting my boat around the place. And you get your upgrades to make your boat go quicker, and you can get the aesthetic upgrades to make a girl have a different hairstyle. It's just a walking and around and an exploring simulator. And you know what? When there's a game about exploration, it's really nice that everything looks really good. It's just perfect winner of this award. Beautiful. Good job. The next award. This next award is the hugest game that's really big award. This is the award for a game that's really huge and so big, and it's really big and so huge. And this one goes to... I don't have nominees. I should probably have thought of that. This one goes to World of Warcraft. Yes, World of Warcraft wins the hugest game that's really big award. There are games that are bigger, but this is the one that I played this year. And I played it because I had a devious little video idea. I don't think I explained the video idea anywhere. Maybe on my Patreon. But it's a future project. It's gonna take a very long time to finish that one. It's like a potentially 9 hours long video about World of Warcraft. I can't even really remember what my plan was. I've got it all written down somewhere. But anyway, I played World of Warcraft for a long time. Because I was just into it at the time, and it's like, wow, this game's really big, you know? And it's not just big on the surface. It's not just big in terms of it takes a long time to walk from one continent's northern point to the southern point of that continent. It just is big in scope of what they do with the story. How many fucking characters are there that have arcs? There's so many, there's years and years of lore in this game. It's so fucking big. It's more than just a large video game world. It's a huge game world. It's a huge world of Warcraft. It's the biggest, hugest game that's really big. And I think that's a good award for World of Warcraft because I played it this year and that's why it's on the GOMY Awards. The next game award goes to, the next game award is called the Goodest Writing Award. I think I spelled it wrong. The Goodest Writing Award. That's what I wrote. The Goodest Writing Award is an award for when, just like the writing, you know? Like, when you got something to say about a game, it's like, oh, just love that writing. Like, they really wrote a story with that one. Those characters, I felt like the text flew out of the screen and into my brain, and I just liked that, you know? This award goes to, this is a Goodest Writing Award, goes to Murder by Numbers. That's right, you know it. Murder by Numbers. It's a Picross game that's like Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, where you go solving mysteries, and you've got a little robot, and he finds clues, and in order to find the clue, you, as the player, have to solve a Picross puzzle. I love Picross. I play it daily. Like on browser game Picross things, like random generated Picross. I play it all the fucking time, and it's one of my favorite puzzle games ever. And to have a well-written story with nice rounded characters and good comedy that actually is like, oh, that's so good. You know, that one made me laugh, and this one was cute, and this one was based. If you've never played Professor Layton, Phoenix Wright before, then you're basically talking, you're a person, your character, and they talk, and they've got writing involved. There's people who wrote this. Did you know that it wasn't written by AI, despite the fact that there's a robot on the cast? You gotta be kidding me. I don't want to spoil anything about the game. But it is it's a short game, unfortunately, but it's short and sweet. The writing is good. I like the characters. I was endeared to them. It wasn't cringe, and it was nice. So that's why it wins the Goodest Writing Award. And also, if you love Picross, gotta play that one. It's great. Okay, and now for the very prestigious. This is a new award this year. This is the award for the game I worked on. The Game I Worked On Award. And this award is for games that I personally worked on. Me, Give and Take, the person who's talking right now. I worked on games this year. At least one. And that is the winner, because it's the only one that I did really work on, and it's a finished game. I haven't been including, demos I've played. So, let's give it up for Pirate Time. When I was in America this year, me and the guys made a game together. We were walking around, and we were talking about stuff, and then we said, what if we did a game jam? We have people who know code, we have people who know art and music. We could fucking make a game. And we were all, like, hyped up on pirates at the time. And I don't think that was the reason we called it Pirate Time. I think we just couldn't think of a good name, so we just called it Pirate Time. It's time for Pirate Time. And the goal of the game is it's a 4-player couch co-op game where you get the booty, you get the coins and the things and the gems and the gnomes. You bring them back to your little ship and you bank them. And if you're killed, if you're stabbed on the way back to your thing, all of your gold spills out everywhere. And the other person can grab it, but then you can come back and stab them. And it's a whole big thing. And it's great at 4-player, it's a great co-op game. It's impressive that we managed to make a fully functional video game that actually plays with a beginning and an end and a title screen, and like the gameplay is fun. That was the weirdest part, is that it was actually really fun to play. The only thing that sucks is that we couldn't figure out, in the short time window that we'd given ourselves, we couldn't figure out how to make it online, because that stuff is fucking crazy difficult if you are not already a master at it, and none of us were. So you can do it by like sharing your computer with people. Like you can do couch co-op online using applications. I forget what they're called, but we did it once, so it can work. Anyway, I did the art for this game. I did so much art. I did the rat, and I did a lot of the backgrounds, textures, the trees, the rocks, the fucking lava. I was on there, my iPad, just scribbling away, and everyone else was doing other things, and coding mostly. Coding and music, and other character designs, and yeah. Yeah. I feel good about it. You should go and play it. Go and play it out. It's on itch.io for free, but pay us. Haha. So that's the game I worked on award, and the next award is the Plimpy Award. Now the Plimpy Award is so cool, and I'm not even going to tell you what it means. I'm just going to say that the Plimpy Award goes to Matt's D&D campaign. There's a campaign of D&D I'm playing. I'm playing a D&D game, and my character is called Plimpy, and that's why it's the Plimpy Award. It's great. I haven't really played a proper long-form D&D campaign before. I played a little bit of one a couple of times, and some other like short one-offs, but this is the longest running D&D I've done, and it's like, this is just really good. I can see why like 90% of video games that exist are based around Dungeons and Dragons mechanics and like style of rolling dice to determine the accuracy of things you do, and giving you freedom to do them. It's like that's every RPG ever made derives itself from Dungeons and Dragons, I think. And it's like, that's who invented that? Like what genius came up with Dungeons and Dragons and changed the landscape of gaming forever? What the fuck? Anyway, it was a great campaign and it's still going on, and Plimpy is a little fairy. She's a sorcerer, and she has like wild addiction to fairy mushrooms, and if she goes without them, she snaps and she turns into evil version of Plimpy. Plimpy is like, haha, I'm an airhead, hee fairy. And then she snaps and she turns into evil Penelope, who's like, I fucking hate you and I hope you die. I'm gonna fucking kill you, and I kill important NPCs without giving a fuck. And it's been great. Here's an image of Plimpy. I think I posted it on Twitter somewhere. And the next award for the GOMY Awards is the Friendship Award. That's right. It's when it's great to play with friends. And it's Lethal Company. Lethal Company wins. I haven't been playing many games with friends for a while, and Lethal Company is so good. You know, obviously, if you've not heard of it, I would recommend watching the second Germa video, where he just plays it for the first time, and he's like, what the hell's going on? And, you know, hijinks ensue. If you don't want spoilers, just jump in. The basics are, you get stuff, you bring it back to the ship, and you sell it. but there's monsters. And that's it. It's just a case of how you avoid death. I love it. It's so fun to play with buddies. Get the More Company mod as well. That way you can play with more than 4 people, which is always like a blast when there's like a bunch of people in the ship and they all go charging in. Oh, I like it. Alright, enough fucking around. This time, it's the game of my year. It's the GOMY itself. The big one. The large one. The one that's the main one. The game of my year goes to... A game of my year award goes to... Dark Cloud. Dark Cloud? That's not a game from even this decade. Yes, I played Dark Cloud for a video. I played it for a video that I'd wanted to make for a long time, and I'd never given myself the time to, you know, go and play a video game for hours to gather research and stuff. And by playing it, I realized I love Dark Cloud so much. And it's been a big part of the last few months. Like, this video is gonna be... I don't know whether it's gonna be good, because I kind of haven't been in practice of making videos, but once I'm in the editing booth and I'm looking at all the footage that I have and you know, writing up a script and doing voiceover, then I'll know whether it's gonna be a good video. But I know it's going to be a fun video for me to make. Because it involves playing Dark Cloud all the way through, getting everything I can, and then playing Dark Cloud 2 and doing the same thing. And then it's sort of it's not really a comparison review. It's not something so simple as that. No, this is a bit more in-depth. And I love Dark Cloud so much. You go there and you're getting the swords and Shao's shooting the bow. I mean the Steve and the... it's funny to me. I think I had a revelation. The reason I started making video game reviews in the first place was because I wanted people to know how cool Dark Cloud was, because I didn't perceive it as having enough rep in the cultural gaming culture. In the cultural gaming culture on the internet at the time of that video, it was like everything, absolutely everything was either Mario, Zelda, Metal Gear Solid, or Final Fantasy, and like maybe some others. Like it was like no one was talking about PS2 classics that were on the PS2. Everyone was talking about Nintendo games and you know, Metal Gear Solid, fucking anything that was on Smash. Everyone was talking about Nintendo, and I was like, I enjoy Nintendo as well. But where's the love for Dark Cloud? I was so fucked up when I went on to like fanartist.com or Fanart Weekly or whatever the fuck that website was, where it was just like fan art online, fan art something, fan art place, and there was a bunch of fan art, and you could type in things, and I could find like, I learned what gay people were when I typed in fucking Fire Emblem, and I saw all of the weird ecchi drawings of gay couples in Fire Emblem, and I'm like, what? Why is his butt out? Why is he blushing? What? What's gay? Huh? What? I didn't think they would do that. And that was fun. But there was nothing to do with Dark Cloud. There was like 2 images. And they weren't that good. I mean, it's like proto-DeviantArt. This was, I think, before I'd heard of DeviantArt, or maybe before DeviantArt existed. But like, everyone who was anyone could put a bit of art on the internet, and it was great. They were showing their love for these characters, for these games, for these stories, and it was great, and I loved that place. But there weren't enough Dark Cloud arts. And still, to this day, there is not enough Dark Cloud art. I typed Dark Cloud characters into Google, I typed Dark Cloud itself into Google, and I still mostly get things that were 15 to 20 years old fan arts, or promotional images that have been dug up looking through the Dark Cloud betas or whatever. There's a community out there. It's just nobody's fucking drawing fan art of them constantly. There's nobody obsessed enough that I've found. And I'm like, oh, I've got to be the person to do that, haven't I? I've got to be the person obsessively making fan art of this game. Oh no, it's hard to draw. So, I'll do that. I should do that. Anyway, that's the winner of the game of my year. That really made my year much better. Playing that game again, remembering everything about it, remembering how it started my video game review thing. Like almost all of my YouTube. It's also the thing that made me want to make games, and by the way, the game I worked on award, if I had completed one of these other ones, it would have been a Godot game. Or at least gotten to a certain point. It would have been a Godot game, could have been the winner of that game, but I think Pirate Time would have edged it out either way. But I was working on a Godot project because I got so inspired by playing Dark Cloud again. It reminded me that I wanted to make games when I was young because I played Dark Cloud and I was so enraptured with it that I wish I had made it. And I'm always like that. When I see something that's so fucking based and epic, I want to have made it so I get inspired to do stuff. So I'm trying to make a game like Dark Cloud, kind of. Because I played Dark Cloud because I wanted to make a video. Because I felt like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. What's going on? Life is sort of fucking strange. Nothing makes sense. The dark cloud. I feel like there's a dark cloud right now. Dark cloud over the world. Dark cloud over me. It's just a dark time. Haven't been feeling good for the last age. I'm like, wow, what is life? What are we doing here, really? And then I thought, I like video game, and I like the characters, and I like stuff, and maybe that's what it's all about, is just to be happy about some little things, and then get shot in the face by an evil man at some point in the future, presumably. But until then, I'm gonna enjoy video game, and I'm gonna make a video game maybe, and some art and some stuff, and that'll be good. That'll tide me over, I think. So that's the GOMY Awards for this year. And now, as all video game award shows go, there's gonna be a musical act. And the musical act is gonna be me, and I'm gonna play a thing on the guitar. Don't know what it is. Give it up for Gib.